In terms of the overall general premise of this film, it did ring a little familiar to some of MarVista's past work. Yes, this is one of their movies. But they just released that movie, I don't know if they just released it, but they put the trailer out for the Christmas lottery. And that kind of had the same premise of family coming together after a little while. And there was also some tragedy there as well in terms of what happened, with the check in that case. So things ring a little familiar. But perhaps, people are used to this point to like Hallmark films, and those are almost all the same from at least what I keep hearing. I haven't really sat down to watch a Hallmark film, though. Maybe in the future, we'll see. But we're going to look at Four Cousins and a Christmas. It is, its own thing. It obviously has that component, but it just has those general snippets of information. I'm like, I've seen this before with MarVista. As you probably have maybe in other Christmas movies as well. Because, I enjoy Christmas films, of course. And I'm looking at some of MarVista's, and they have quite potential. Now, some of you follow this channel long enough, you'll know this name, MarVista, I'm sure. You'll have heard it over and over and over when it comes to me, because I've covered their content quite a bit. They're primarily a TV distribution company, so a lot of stuff you see on like Lifetime and other networks, you'll find it there. I've found a lot of projects on Tubi and stuff. I've seen a couple on Netflix as well, but they're mostly over doing TV movies, notably thrillers. They're also the studio that tends to spoil their films. They're not as bad about it in Christmas. But when it comes to their thriller movies, it's all in their marketing. It'll be one trailer after another, and you go and watch it, and they're so spoiler-ridden in about 3 minutes. Christmas, it's been occasional. It's not as bad, though. Maybe because there's not a big plot twist, like a thriller. Not exactly sure. But anyway, let's take a look at Four Cousins and a Christmas. You'll see the similarity I specifically identified with the Christmas lottery, or you should at least, in the synopsis. If you're aware of that movie, this is what it says according to IMDb. A heart-wrenching loss reunites four cousins to share one crazy night, forcing walls to come down over a little pizza and wine. I find it interesting the spelling here. Maybe this is IMDb's error, but they spell wine as like a child whining, not in like the alcohol wine. So I'm not sure if that's meant to be like humorous, like, oh, they're whining with pizza, or they're drinking wine of pizza. It could play into the feeling of loss. I don't know. But at least it sounds interesting. Again, it sounds like it has some heart. Let's see the end result with the main trailer. We're going to go ahead and watch this first. We'll talk about it more in my condensed review segment. Fun us watching the video together. I need to watch more. It's December 10th as I'm filming this, and I need to go and watch Christmas movies. I'm very behind. I've been working too hard. Okay, without further ado. Like, I keep covering Christmas movies, and I'm not even looking at them. I need to get on that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and try this out and see if it is like a holiday watch, right? Because there's so many. Is this one people will flock to? Here we go. Let's give it a look.
Saying goodbye can sometimes.
Well, it looks like a Christmas film. You got snow coming down, the big tree in the city.
It's not.
And certainly seasonal branding.
I'm Jennifer. This is Madeline, my free-spirited sister. Stephanie, the perfect little law student, and last but not least, Millie, the oldest cousin.
You can tell there's some trouble. So where's the tragedy coming in, though?
When Mom passed, Grandma followed soon after, and Grandpa asked the four of us to sing at her funeral.
It's the four of you together again. What is this?
I can't remember the last time I saw you all together in the same room.
Grandpa pushed Mom away because she got pregnant. Because of Grandpa, things between Mom and the family were never the same again.
You just let Mom leave.
That was her choice.
So some unresolved
he runs
tension
family pizza business.
between everybody.
Screwed up your Uncle Tommy's special.
This is the new label.
And of course, Uncle Seb, he was Mom's favorite.
I think we should do a taste test. What do you think?
To Grandma.
Who are you?
I'm a great-great-granddaughter of a
Well, it's got heart to it.
first cousin.
Hey, did you know that?
Casper?
Who's that?
I don't know.
Are you stalking me?
No.
I want you to leave.
Things aren't great in my marriage.
I can't do this anymore.
It's a TV movie with a lot of depth.
Everyone may have forgiven you for what you did to Mom, but I haven't, and I never will.
Wow. A lot of animosity built in the family.
Tell me why you weren't there for her.
I'm not doing this.
I don't want to lose my family the way Aunt Carmelita did.
This could be a touching Christmas film.
Stop living in the past.
It's very different from what I've seen from MarVista.
Grandpa, I just want to apologize.
Well, it's got some of the same angles, but not to... They've never been this serious in terms of going into particular emotions. It's usually been a broad mix.
It is Christmas.
So maybe there will be the element of tragedy, but it'll still be kind of, it'll be very lighthearted in terms of delivery.
To give us the best Christmas ever.
It looks sweet.
Group hug?
We got a lot of healing to do, obviously, in this family. Well, you know, these guys are like, I'm too, tough for a hug or whatever. But, nobody's beyond that, really. It looks sweet. I mean, again, I didn't anticipate maybe... I kind of wondered if there would be some, direction with the comedy. But again, I didn't know with the spelling when they say in the synopsis, the pizza and the wine. I think they're probably going to be gravitating toward the alcoholic wine just to get fruit things. It seems like there's a lot going on. But I didn't anticipate for them to be tapping, especially to manifest such a tragic family distancing, if you know what I mean. Because, I mean, to lay that into, well, obviously, mom wanted kids, I guess mom wanted kids, mom got pregnant, dad was upset by the idea, and there's obviously some animosity between them, but then the fact that mom died in the process of that, I mean, there's going to be some, I'm sure, guilt on his part in that situation, and that's probably what you're seeing manifesting for the aggression and the hostility, just even on broaching the subject. But then you got all the girls who obviously have some issues with one another as well. So on the one hand, it's a family drama about healing and restoration despite the circumstances. Well, as much as you can. I mean, it's still going to be sad, I'm sure, at the end of the film when you consider, again, the factors involved. But you can also have that chance to see the family healing. And perhaps, again, there's that strong comedic angle that comes through as well in certain moments. But every emotion is done very deliberately, and it's showcased in its own way. But I haven't felt that, unless it's been like, okay, with MarVista films in the past, I think the example to, what's the one I looked at recently? A Christmas Surprise. That one obviously tapped way more into the family drama as a comedy, right? And then you had The Christmas Lottery, which lightly tapped into tragedy, but it was still very much a comedy movie. It was principled on one main genre. This seems to be a mixture, and everything is getting equal attention. But by the end, you obviously have a Christmas film that is very usual territory, right? It all ends, it seems, on a happy note for the most part. But it's interesting to see that singular focus in particular areas. I have not seen that yet, as far as I'm remembering, in respect to MarVista films, especially with the tragedy angle. But I think it's a very, well, I don't know how relatable it is. I mean, some family out there might have that exact situation, where obviously there's a backstory that's very tragic, and as a result, the family's sort of fallen apart. That could bring a lot of people. I can imagine probably in that case some tears would be shed, but it would be a very heartwarming Christmas movie. It looks sweet. I'll definitely check it out at some point. What are you guys' thoughts with Four Cousins and a Christmas? We'll see. Feel free to let me know your thoughts are down below. Don't forget all the good stuff, but like, subscribing, sharing that bell until we get to watch more Christmas movies. Maybe from MarVista. Who knows? They're not putting out as many this year, but they put out a few. Just not that many. I will see you guys at our point. That was me. For now, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't lose your fellow man. God bless. And peace.